Gary Hess, News Radio WRVA, the voice of Virginia.
James River, sunrise in the city glowing. RVA waking and the day starts rolling. Brush your teeth, lace your boots, let's move. WRVA's got your morning groove. Wake up rich and win the day. Don't spend your morning playing catch up. Richmond's morning news, we're here with you. 6 a.m., let's start it up.
Hey, it's 6:03 this morning on News Radio WRVA. Thanks for inviting me to come into your house, your car, wherever you happen to be. Thanks for joining us this morning here on the Voice of Virginia. Today is Tuesday, July 14th, the year of our Lord, 2026. We have an interesting show planned for you today. Of course, we always talk with Tom Garrett, member of the House of Delegates, that you never know what you're going to get when Tom stops by the show. We'll give you an update of what's going on in Iran, that now we're going to see the blockade begin at 4 p.m. 4 p.m., the blockade begins in Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. We'll talk about that. And Virginia's going solar, taking another page out of the playbook of California. All of that's on the agenda for today's version of Richmond's Morning News. Excuse me. We have a lot to get to in the next few hours with you as we get you ready for work. Again, we remind you, whether you wake up with Richmond's Morning News or you play catch-up all day. Super Dave, good morning. How are you?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing outstanding. Gary Hess will be along as well. So a quick reminder, and I haven't done a very good job of this over the last few days. I do need your text messages during the program. That's how we hear from you. That's how you get to sound off, give your opinions. Talk radio. We want to talk with you. So 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140 is the number for you to send us a text message on the James River Air text line. Oh, and one more little piece of housekeeping note for you, that on WRVA.com, details for our golf tournament to benefit Tunnel to Towers. We will be making a donation from this golf tournament, so we invite everybody to check out WRVA.com, tell your friends, tell the golfers you know. We're raising money to take care of some heroes that stepped up for us. All right, with that being said, let's get to Richmond's Morning News Brief this morning here on News Radio WRVA. Story number one. Well, the U.S. is set to charge 20% fee for safe passage through the strait, and Donald Trump says the United States is now the guardian of the Strait of Hormuz.
Number one.
This is the third consecutive night of U.S. strikes against Iran to stop them from attacking ships going through the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. forces successfully striking a submarine and ship maintenance facility in Iran, marking the first time American forces have employed sea drones in combat operations.
We're knocking out all of their offensive capability, and we're controlling the straits. We're putting the blockade back.
Trump also said the U.S. will be known as the guardian of the Hormuz Strait and that the U.S. will be reimbursed 20% on all cargo shipped to cover the necessary costs of providing safety and security to this very volatile section of the world.
All right, we're going to talk with Captain Brett Sadler, retired U.S. Navy from the Heritage Foundation. He joins us coming up on the program and will explain to us what's going on in the Strait of Hormuz and now that we're re-engaging the blockade of Iran. All right, story number two. Well, I keep telling you folks, don't CA my VA. I saw the writing on the wall. I saw the playbook being passed. I saw the governor taking a run with it. And now, before your very eyes, boom, we're becoming California because now the governor's decided we're going solar.
Number two.
Welcome to Virginia, Fornia. Welcome to the Commonwealth, where nobody read the fine print, but everybody voted A.
You didn't read the fine print of what you're going to get with a Democratic governor, a Democratic General Assembly, and this is what we're now going to be facing. The governor announces yesterday, we're going solar, hurrah, hooray, yay. Here's what I'll tell you. Solar means somebody's going to make a ton of money. And it's going to be the solar companies. They're going to come to you and go, hey, we'll put the solar panel on top of your house. We'll pay you the front for the solar panel. By the way, we'll also take the tax credits that are expiring. And then you can buy back the solar from us. City of Richmond going solar as well. The Commonwealth will now be inundated with solar companies coming in here. Why do you think all these solar companies are going to come in here? Because they're going to make money. Now, I will tell you, I'll just cut to the chase. I'll give you the last page of the book. Right now in California, with all the solar that they've produced, and everybody's got a solar panel on top of the roof. You go to my sister's house, she has one, brother's house, everybody up and down. Businesses, you go to high schools, they have covered parking with solar. They all have solar panels everywhere. But then you know what happens next, Super Dave?
What happens next?
Well, everybody goes solar. So then they're not buying power from Pacific Gas and Electric, which is the big electric company out there. So what do they do? Because you're not buying enough electricity from the utilities. You know what happens next?
Well, I know what should happen, but probably what happens is they charge you more.
For nothing.
Right.
No. For nothing. No, hold on. For nothing.
But basically, it's a user fee that since you're not using it.
Yes. So here's what in California you get every year. You get a set-aside bill. What's that? Well, this is the money that PG&E wasn't making because you're using so much solar, and the power company can't stay what they're anyway, the power company will charge people in California a bill for not using electricity generated through the utility.
Well, there are states that want to do the same thing with electric cars since you're not paying the gas tax.
That they'll charge you for not using the gas tax.
Exactly.
Folks, the liberal mindset and their fantasies and their utopia makes me shake my head. But again, I try to warn everybody. Now I'll just point it out as we see this coming in the repeat of all the mistakes that California has. We're now seeing rammed down our throats in 6 months. All right, what else do I got for you today? Story number 3, we talked about this quite a bit. ICE, DHS, Border Patrol, another shooting in Maine of during a traffic stop. That's our third story of the day.
Number 3.
So in Maine yesterday follows a similar pattern. Texas earlier this week. ICE officers doing a traffic stop. The driver non-cooperative. ICE claims that the drivers in both Texas and Maine tried to ram the ICE officers, run them over with the cars. ICE officers responded back by shooting and killing drivers in both Maine and Texas. This, I think, off the top of my head, 4th time. We've seen something like this. 3rd time, we saw one in Minnesota. We saw a protester in Minnesota. They got into a fight with ICE officers. Now we have these 2 in Maine. Here's the bottom line. Cooperate with the police. The police ask you to pull over. Stop. Follow their instructions. If they're wrong, you can always come back and file a complaint. You could do something about it. But I implore people, if the officer pulls you over, simply cooperate for your safety and for his safety. And if you don't, then you put yourself in peril. That is a universal truth. Cooperate with the law enforcement officer. You can always come back and file a charge later. But if you don't, you escalate things and you put everybody in peril. That's our 3rd story of the morning. 4th story of the morning, a home run derby that no one could see.
Number 4.
One more to tie, 2 to win it. We are tied! Oh, man! Jordan Walker can upend the whole thing as one of the longest shots on the board with a home run right here. Is that enough? Jordan Walker wins it! Come on, baby!
All right. Dave, how did you enjoy the home run derby last night?
I didn't.
Why?
Because I don't have Netflix.
Bingo. Major League Baseball, seriously, they call these jewel events. You want young people to be able to come and watch the game. You want your fans. I spent like 20 minutes trying to find the home run derby. Called my brother, hey, where's the home run derby? He goes, oh, it's on Netflix. I watched it. Maybe I wish I didn't have Netflix because it was so bad, just so much kitschy little skits in there, and then announcers that, oh my gosh, he hit a home run. Yeah, It's the home run derby. Anyway, the All-Star game is tonight. I feel like an old man. Get off my lawn, but that was awful last night. And the fact that a lot of people didn't get to watch it makes me shake my head. All right, that's our fourth story of the morning. And now my favorite story of the day. I hope my wife is awake for this one because she's always complaining about my driving, Dave. You've driven with me. Am I that bad?
I don't think you're that bad.
I don't think I'm that good.
You drive a little slow.
I drive a little slow, but I don't want a speeding ticket. I obey the law. I'm a good citizen. I care about my fellow Americans, and I obey the traffic laws.
I'll say if you're a good citizen, you get a speeding ticket, paid for it, and then contribute to
I care about the safety of my community.
to the taxes, to the tax structure.
The worst drivers in the country are from Massachusetts, where my dear wife is from.
Number 5.
All right, here's the story. This is from, who released this? Was this AAA? No, Allstate. Allstate released this. The results of their annual study of the best and worst drivers in America. The worst drivers are from Boston. 189 more likely to be involved in a collision than the national average, even if they have smart pocket. Rankings are based on the average number of years people go between accidents and the overall accident rate of the 200 biggest cities in the country. 10 best city drivers: Brownsville, Texas; Fort Collins, Colorado; Boise, Idaho; Laredo, Texas; Cary, North Carolina; Madison, Wisconsin; McAllen, Texas; Colorado Springs, Colorado; Eugene, Oregon; and I don't know how to pronounce this town in Kansas. 5 cities with the worst drivers: Boston, D.C., Baltimore, Maryland, Worcester, Mass., and Springfield, Massachusetts, where my wife is from. See, I'm not on this list, but your town is. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble for that. Question for you on the James River Air text line, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. RVA drivers, are we good or are we bad? Do you think we're the worst drivers in the country or the best drivers in the country? How good are we at driving here in Richmond, Virginia? I want to hear from you. 833-804-1140. Give me a grade, A, B, C, D, or an F. How do you think we would grade out in our driving? Send us a text message, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. All right. Men's Wellness Centers, proud sponsor of today's radio show. They've been around for 10 years. So for nearly a decade, men have come in